Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela from TulipArt Designs and you are welcome or welcome back on my creative channel. Right now we are doing the 100 watercolor sketches challenge for 2025 and today we are sketching leaves. We are using only one color and we are doing the reverse watercoloring. So we start with watercolor and then we will add some ink lines and it should be very quick and fast exercise, something to help you understand the values of your color. So let's just start. About the materials, it's all the same. I have some recommendations in the description below if you want to check them out. Let me just make some space here. So I want to start with a background, very light, flat wash, and then I want to add a little bit darker leaves, two of them, and the third one darker. So we will have three different values of a color that we will pick. I think I would like to use some yellow ochre today, but you can choose the color you like the most. Now I will mix some yellow ochre with lots of water. We really like to have very transparent color, so we need a lot of water. And if you want to make big flat wash, we can use a wash brush. Let me just get it. So I have this one, 1 inch, and let me zoom in a little bit more. And it's very easy to work with it because we can add water very easy and we can spread it around quite easy. And this is the same with the paint. So we take some paint and start spreading it around. I really want to make my whole page. So I take very watery paint and add it on the page. I'm not using any washi tape today because I thought I want to paint the whole page, which will make my paper, yeah, it will not be so flat anymore, but that's okay. I can live with this. If you want, you can definitely use some washi tape to fix the paper. That's absolutely up to you. I will hold my page a little bit like this so I don't paint the page that's behind. So I am going back and forth with my brush, trying to make a very nice flat wash and very light, so very transparent. All right, I need this to be completely dry before I add a second layer on top of it. So I will wash my brush, leave it on the paper towel, and I will use, let me zoom in, I will use my heat gun to dry this quickly so I can save time. If you don't have a heat gun, it's okay, just wait for this to dry and we can continue in a second. Okay, now that this is dry, I can use some clips to fix it. I will use just one. I want the extra watercolor paper to show you how I will make my leaves. Okay, let's use this one. So I will use my brush size 10 and then I will make my ochre, yellow ochre, a bit more concentrated, so I will add a little bit of water, but also more of the pigment. Okay, and then I will take some paint. Wait, I have some small thing. I will take some of this paint, and if I have dripping paint from my brush when I hold it vertically, I will tap it a little bit. I think my paints are getting dusty because I don't cover them. I will tap on my paper towel, and then I start only with the tip of my brush, and then I can press. You could see I have some things on my brush. That's okay. We can dry our brush and remove it. Okay. I can go back with my tip and work it out. So what I do, I start with the tip of my brush and then start pushing a little bit more and start picking up my brush again. If you have such a result, this means that your brush is a little bit too dry. So I will take a bit more paint. If we have too much paint on the brush, let me show you what will happen. It will be a little bit hard to get a flat wash for the leaf, because we add different pressure, then different amount of paint goes on the paper. I hope this makes sense. So now that I have less paint, let's see what will happen. Then we continue. These are perfect brush strokes to paint leaves. So we start with the tip and we add pressure and we release. And again, we start only with the tip, we add pressure and we release. We can do the same thing, but then turning our brush a little bit and creating this C shape. So it looks like our leaf is a little bit twisted. We can do the same, but then S shape. So we start here. Just like S, the letter S. You see? So try to start with the tip. Then when you are pushing, you are also turning and twisting the brush. So you get kind of a S shape. You can do it also in the other direction. So starting from here. And of course, if you want the leaf to be more loose and more natural, you could definitely shake a little bit the brush. So you could see that you have this not really even outlines. So you are just shaking and making these S and or C shapes. So I hope this demonstration was helpful. Let's now paint our leaves. What I will do, so we are starting with watercolor, and I don't really want to create perfect and extremely beautiful leaves, because after that we can add some extra lines. So let's start with the line that's in the middle. And then here we are gonna do one leaf. I have the outlines. If you need them to guide you, you can check my Patreon page where you can download all of the PDFs. start adding some leaves. So I start here with my tip, I add pressure and then release. And then again and again. One more time. Sometimes my leaves are touching each other. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. Just relax and focus on your leaves. Add a little bit of pressure. My brush is dirty. I try not to stress about it. And then I keep adding some leaves. And if you are not happy with the leaf, you can go back with your tip and add some extra line. And that's absolutely fine. I can also give you a tip that if you feel that you need to turn your hand in a very uncomfortable position, you can turn your page. And now I am keeping my sketchbook fixed so you could see. But if you need to turn your paper, just do it so it's more comfortable for your hand to paint. For the middle line, for the how do you call this? The main branch, the main holder for all the leaves. I use only the tip, so my brush is almost vertical, and then I go with very less pressure. So I have thin line. And if you add more pressure, you have thicker brush strokes, and if you add less pressure, you have the thinner ones. If your brush is smaller size, then look, let me just show you the difference. Where is my paper? So let's say I have one leaf with the size 10. So I add pressure and I have quite thick brush stroke. And let's take size 4. I take more paint, and then we can get the same tiny line, but when we push, we can't really get this thickness. And this really depends on the size of the brush, okay? So that's why I really like for such exercise to use my size 10. Okay. And then we keep adding, and to make it look nice and natural, we want to end. So here you could see that the leaf points this way, and this one points to the middle, this one points to the right, and this one to the left. So this is how our leaf starts to look more natural. Every little leaf is pointing a different direction. So they are not symmetrical, they are not all the same size. Like this. Now I want this to dry, and then I will add my third leaf. All right. For our last leaf, I will add more paint to my mixture. So I want it to be the darkest one. All right, let's see now, somewhere here. And don't rush yourself, okay? Try to relax, make your leaves. Now here I'm not really happy with my leaves, so I can go back another time and add extra thickness. Okay, I think that's with the watercolor. I will wash my brush very well and I will leave it here. I will dry it and add a few ink lines. Okay, now that this is dry, I will take my 03 pen and I will follow my watercolor, and I want to add some contrast. So I will follow all the watercolors I have and draw my leaves. I'm shaking my pen, I'm adding an extra line in the middle. And even if you know, I don't follow it completely, that's okay. I try to lose my hand. And just draw. So keep going, just focus on your breathing and relax. It's very nice thing. Doing the same thing over and over again is very nice because you can stop thinking. You can just do the same thing over and over again without focusing or planning what's the next thing. Just like this. Now let's draw the front leaf. And if you like smooth lines, then do the smooth lines. It's absolutely fine. If you like very sketchy lines, then do them. If you want to do exactly what I'm doing, I'm just shaking very gentle my pen to create this natural look for my leaves. And let's draw our last leaf. here where I have some leaves on the front, I just trim my line. So one leaf really looks like it's behind the other. Like this. Okay, let's finish our last leaves. Like this. I think we are ready. That was it for today. I hope you liked it and I hope you enjoyed this exercise. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, send me a message on the socials or an email. If you need the outline templates, they are available on my Patreon, so go check it out. And that's all for today. I hope to see you next time and thank you for being here with me. Bye!